Welcome to the Lose Your Big Ass Stomach podcast. I'm your host, Jay Jackson, and my mission here is to help you get rid of that big ass stomach and take back control of your health so that you can look and feel your best by being the best version of yourself, mentally and physically, while destroying the mediocre agenda society is trying to brainwash you into, and breaking our families' generational curses of being unhealthy by being a healthy and fit role model. It's time to set a new standard. It's time to set a new standard of living. If you find the podcast helpful, be sure to hit that follow button because that helps us build a movement. Let's go.
Guys, if you've been trying to lose weight and you've been trying to keep it off, but you may be struggling, you're having a hard time losing belly fat, you're having a hard time losing the love handles, the man boobs, the weight, man, I empathize with you, especially if you've been trying. You know, there's a lot of folks out there, they just want it, but they ain't doing shit. They're not really putting in the effort. They're not putting in the time. And so I can understand how frustrating that can be when you've been trying for, I know some people, not just weeks, but months. Some folks, not months, but years. I know that can be frustrating. And so I'm about to help you solve that problem today, okay? Because over the past 15 years, I've been helping both men and women solve that weight problem, and they lose the weight and they keep it off, okay? And so if you know you've been on your journey, you're just like, damn, man, like, ain't nothing coming easy. It's so damn hard just to lose a pound. It's so hard to lose 5 or 10 pounds. It's so hard to lose this 10 or 20 pounds and keep it off. If that's you, I feel you, because I was once that too. And it seems like my life ain't shit came easy. If I'm being honest with you, it seems like ain't nothing in my life ever really came easy. When I was in school, while my friends in class, they would get good grades, my ass had to get a tutor. I had to get a tutor to get my grades up to par, and so I wouldn't have to fall back a grade or stay back. You know what I'm saying? I had to get a tutor. I didn't get a scholarship. When I was in high school, even though I was a running back for the high school football team, I didn't get a scholarship, man. Like I sucked at taking the SATs, and I seen my buddies getting scholarships, and I can't remember what they call that day or whatever, but when they getting they scholarship, and I seen my buddies going to different colleges and playing football, and I'm like, damn, man, like I ain't getting no scholarship. Man, I felt so embarrassed. I felt like a huge disappointment. I felt like I was disappointing my mom, my dad, everybody who seen me working out all the way up to that point. And I was just frustrated. I'm like, why are these things not coming easy for me? Why is everybody else getting these results, but I can't? And then not only that, guys, like that's just two things. Let's talk about even with the coaching. If I'm being honest with you, I've invested in probably like 6 or 7 different business coaches to really get this shit popping. Like a lot of y'all didn't even know about me when I had already started doing online coaching, because I'm putting in all this time and effort posting content, trying to help my coaching clients that I had at the time, but I still wasn't able to grow my audience. I still wasn't able to get no real transformations and get myself out there. And as I would join these different coaching programs, I seen people who hadn't been doing coaching nowhere near as long as I was, but they was getting way better results. Their audience was exploding, their business was taking off way faster. And so I'm like, man, why in the hell is it taking me so long to get results? Why can't anything just come easy for me? Because I know some of y'all may see people dropping 30, 50, 100 pounds, but here you are over here on the treadmill on the Stairmaster every goddamn day, and you like, man, why I ain't lost the weight? Why ain't it happening for me? I'm over here trying to eat, I'm eating healthy. Why I ain't lost my damn stomach? Why I ain't losing my love? What's happening here? And so here's what I noticed, all right, because I'm going somewhere with this. Here's what I've noticed in my life with, and not even just in my life, but also with other people who want to lose weight and keep it off. The expectation that we go into the journey with is not the right expectation. I see people who reach out to me and they have the expectation of dropping 50 pounds in 3 months, 100 pounds in 6 months. But they don't know that that's not the right expectation. They don't have context on what really needs to happen. And so this happens to a lot of people, not just in fitness, but in business and everything, a lot of things, okay? not having proper context. And so what do I mean by this? When you don't have proper context and expectations of the amount of effort, the amount of focus, and the amount of structure that you need to have to get results, you can be thinking you're working extremely hard, and you could be working extremely hard. But if you don't have structure, you could be working hard on the wrong things. you could be focusing on just working out, like some of y'all are doing, but you like, I ain't losing no weight. I'm doing all this cardio. I'm doing all this working out. I'm doing all this ab workouts, but my stomach not going down. But you don't know that you need to really be focusing on your nutrition. That's what's going to help you lose the weight. You don't know that you need to be eating a proper amount of protein. That's what's causing you not to be to lose weight. But most people, if you don't have proper expectations, you won't even know. And you'll see people flying past your ass and be like, you be scratching your head like, man, why is it taking so long for me to lose this weight though? What's happening with me? And guys, it got to the point when I was doing, I'm still doing coaching, but my earlier part of my career in online coaching and helping people, I started thinking, well, shit, I really don't see that many black online fitness coaches. That must be the reason. It's because I'm black. That's why my following not growing. That's why my bank account ain't growing. That's why I don't have no damn coaching clients. It's because I'm black. Black folks, they don't want to spend no money on their health. And so this is what I started thinking in my head. And these are the same types of things that happen with people who want to lose weight. You start to think to yourself, maybe it's my genetics. Maybe I'm meant to be fat. Maybe I'm big bone. Maybe I'm supposed to have a stomach. My mama had a stomach. My dad, maybe I'm supposed to have this stomach. I'm supposed to have man boobs. You start to get all in your head around things that is really not. Because where I'm at right now, I got over 130-some thousand people following me on Instagram and across all platforms, on TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, everywhere. There's over 200-some thousand people now. And so what was the change? I invested in coaching to give me structure around what I was doing. Because I was just doing some of everything. I'm posting, I'm trying to help people with the programs, and I'm trying to, get on coaching calls to help them navigate the situations, to get them inside the program. But I didn't have proper structure. I didn't have proper expectation. Shit, I wouldn't even be at this point if I didn't learn how to hire people. I thought I could get to this point in my business all by myself. I wouldn't have been able to do it, guys. I would have burned out. Now I got like 5 people on payroll. But beforehand, I didn't have the context to know that. That's why I had to invest in coaching. And I've invested in multiple coaches. A lot of people, if they don't get the results, they stop after the first one. It was a scam. It didn't work. I'm not going to do it again. Try 5 or 6 goddamn coaches. Spending $5,000, $10,000, $20-some thousand on different business coaches. And some of them not working. Some of them do work. But then you got people in your ear, well, why you keep doing that? Why you still trying? Why you got to do that? Why don't you just go into another career? But still stand the course. The same shit happens in fitness, guys. I have coaching clients, like one of my coaching clients, Ann. Shouts out to Ann. She's down 90 pounds. She's had plenty of people, why you keep losing weight? Why you still doing the workout? Why you still eating like that? Girl, go ahead and gain some weight back. Do you know how discouraging that can be? Do you know how painful that can be, especially when it's from people that you love and care about, people who you appreciate their opinion on things, but you know deep down why you want it, but you still moving forward anyway, regardless of the pain, regardless of the discomfort and discouraging feelings that you have, because we human. I go through the same shit y'all be going through. The thought of doubt, the feeling of doubt, the feeling of being overwhelmed, the feeling of being frustrated because shit ain't moving as fast as you want to move it. But you know what's allowed for me to get to where I'm at, and my coaching clients who dropping 30, 50, 100 plus pounds? It's a mindset. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. That's the mindset. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. Here's why I say this. A lot of people, they 1 foot in, 1 foot out motherfuckers. This is the people who, well, I just want to do it for like maybe a month, or I'll do it for maybe a week, and I just want to see if it works, or When you go at it from that mindset, you already okay with failing. It's got to be, shit, boy, I got so much belief in myself. If you got a game plan, I'm about to run the game plan. and if it don't work, I ran full speed into it not working. And I'm going to look back and figure out what lesson I need to learn from that situation. This is how I got to where I'm at now, guys. Because I've invested in so many business coaches, I learned the lessons. It may not have been what worked. The lesson may have been, now I know what does not work. A lot of people don't think about that. It's like, it's not always learning what works. It's also, what do I need to stop doing? And then the other side of it is this. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. Which means you're not looking for fast results. You're looking for long-term results, right? Which means it don't matter when it happens, as long as it happens. And a lot of y'all are not aware of, when it comes to losing weight and keeping it off, it's not just meal plan workout. That's the least of it. I just did a success call with one of my coaching clients named April, and she dropped 50 pounds in five months. And she was like, hey, coach, it's been mental. It's been a mindset game for me. And I'm like, I'm shaking my head up and down. I'm like, yeah, I know it. But most people don't know that, because the mindset side of it is, you know the habits now, because I give you the nutrition, I give you the training routine. But the mindset side of it is building your character. Yeah, building your character. Meaning, when shit ain't going your way, you develop emotional resilience. You develop mental toughness. You step on the scale of the weight and go down that week. What you go do? You go bitch out and be, I ain't doing them. I knew it wasn't gonna work. Poor character. Strong character. Hey man, I'm gonna reflect back on what I did this week, and we're gonna go hard next week. I'm gonna sit back the weekend and see what habits I did, see what I need to improve on, and I'm gonna make next week even better. Strong character. And it will even help if you have a coach. Now you can go to your coach, because if you don't know what things you need to change and what structure you need to have, because I've been through this too, and I still have a coach, guys. I still do. My business is successful. I feel like I'm not even going to say I feel. I know I'm in the top 10% of online fitness coaches. But I still have a coach, because that coach gives me structure, and he can see my blind spots with the blind spots that I can't see. And so when you have that structure, now you're like, damn, I feel like I'm doing everything right with the workout and the meal plan, but I'm not going to beat myself up. Hey, Cole, what you think I'm doing wrong? Now you connect dots, because you get that structure. Because most folks, I've had coaching clients, they on the right path. One coach client that come to mind is Anthony. Coaching client named Anthony. He dropped 30 pounds his first 12 weeks, right? And he was like, one of the biggest things that helped him and saved him and allowed him to continue to drop weight is the weekly check-ins that I do. Because some weeks he'd be dropping like 2 or 3 pounds. Other weeks it might be 1 pound, it might not be no pounds. And I'll be able to look at his habits, because then my members on the coaching, I can see your habits. I can see what foods you're eating. I can see how much you're tracking. I can see what you're doing with your workouts. And I'm like, hey man, you're doing all the right things. Just keep doing it. And then some weeks I'm like, hey, you ate this right here, that was big ass stomach behavior. Let's cut this out. He made the adjustments, start seeing more progress. You see what I'm saying? And so having proper context around what things to focus on, how much effort you need to be putting in, because some of y'all, your ass ain't doing nothing. Some of y'all might be working out once a week or twice a week. Some weeks you work out 4 times, then you go to once a week. No consistency. But you don't have nobody telling you, well shit, if you only being consistent half the month, how you think you're going to get real results? If you having cheat meals, if you having cheat weekends and not a cheat meal, maybe a cheat meal or 2 a week, you got 12 days out that month where you eating junk food. The whole month, 30 days. So almost half the whole month, you cheating. You eating junk food. But you don't have proper context to even know that, because nobody's telling you. And so if you cheat your whole weekends, of course you're not going to get to lose weight. Can you imagine half a year Over the course of a full 365, almost half the whole year, you're eating junk food. Do you think, like, just logically thinking, do you really think you're going to be successful with being able to lose weight and keep it off if almost half your whole year you eating junk food the whole time? A third grader would know that that person ain't going to lose no weight. A fifth grader would know that. It's a simple math equation. Damn near half the time you eating junk food, that ain't gonna work. Okay? And so having proper expectations and context on where you need to focus, how much effort you need to be putting in, what's the structure. If you're just winging it, come on, man. You can't even compete. You can't compete with a person who has a plan. You see that in sports. Why do you think these sports teams and these NBA and football and baseball, why do you think they have practice? Practice? You're talking about practice? You have to practice. These people who practice, they are preparing. They have a plan going into each game. That way they could be successful. The people who don't practice and prepare, you know what they getting? A big old ass L. And so you got to have structure. You got to have a game plan, guys. All right. That way you give yourself the opportunity to be successful because now you know where you need to be putting your time and effort at. All right. And this is how you lose weight and keep it off. Okay. Hopefully y'all found this podcast helpful. If you did, be sure to hit the follow button. Leave boy a 5-star rating so we continue to grow this movement. And we out of here. Let's go.
Yo, appreciate you for tapping in and listening to the podcast episode today. Hopefully you found it valuable. And if you did and you want to learn more about how I can help you lose the big ass stomach, transform your body, and get your health on point, DM me real results over on Instagram at JJacksonOfficial for more information. And I'll reach back out to you to do what I can to help you hit those health and fitness goals. Let's get it.